Jackson digs it out. Hunzinger with a setup to Rivers. Rivers delivers. Pass to the basket. Gets the friendly roll to go right there. Ava Cook now with 4 points to go here. Drives, finds Camden Bell. Right wing three is up. And good. Yes. Camden Bell making a rain, baby. Gerald for battling in this bat so far. The 1-2 pitch. Gets her swinging for strike three. A job well done by Zoe Koger getting the strikeout for out. 3-1. And that's going to be a deep fly ball in the left center field. And gone! Quentin James with a big fly of his own. A 2-run shot. Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome live here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network, here on YouTube.com and the IHSA Champions Network. Here from beautiful Raider Gymnasium in Selma, Indiana, as we have tonight's junior varsity volleyball action between the visiting Monroe Central Golden Bears as they take on your Wapahani Raiders here this evening. Again, as always, I'm play-by-play broadcaster Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Hope all of you have had a great start to the week. As we now head to the back end of the week right here, heading into Thursday, another action-packed week of Raider volleyball as we get right into things here with our Raiders Live pregame show presented by East Jackson Auto Sales. So this junior varsity team, since the last time we talked, they, of course, was obviously last Wednesday right here at home against Madison Grant. Since then they played Thursday again back on the road at Randolph Southern, took care of business there, and then was 3-0 there on Saturday in a Daleville Volleyball Invitational. They defeated Frankton as well as Daleville and Southern Wells. So it was extremely crucial for us to start to see success. You know, I think these girls have really been playing well. You know, you had a little bit of a hiccup there last week, but you had a good win, like I said, there at Randolph Southern, then the perfect weekend there on Saturday. Then last night, Wapahani got off to a good start at Daleville last night as well. This was just a regular season game. And unfortunately, the JV ended up dropping it after winning the first sets, and then they dropped the second and third set and come away, unfortunately, there with a loss. So Wapahani looking to rebound and get back to their winning ways here this evening. No doubt, though, I think that really the way they played Saturday, I wasn't there, but at least from what I was told, played really, really well, and that's encouraging. And I mentioned it even last week. We're right here towards the end of this regular season. We're roughly about 2 weeks or so away from the end of the regular season. County week is next week. And so, again, two and a half weeks away. And, you want this junior varsity team and your varsity team to be really clicking on all cylinders. But I really think it's important that, especially with this junior varsity team, that, you want to finish the season the right way. Didn't start off too hot, but then started getting things really cooking here within the last couple weeks, and have really been playing some of their best volleyball. But, and I say it all the time, you don't know when your number is going to be called out there, and a lot of these junior varsity girls also dress for varsity as well. And when their number is called, if they're needed throughout any course of a ball game at any point throughout the rest of the season and postseason, you want them to be at their best and playing, with confidence and positivity. And, being able to do that, again, really all starts right here with good, good team play, that we've seen here from Wapahani, especially here of late, that I think can really bolster this team's confidence, not only individually, but like I said, as a collective unit, that, that these girls continue to bond together, play the game the right way. And, obviously, we've had our fair share of, hurting ourselves right here throughout the course of the season at times. If we can eliminate some more of that, to where we're not, creating problems for ourselves, this could really be a nice ending to the regular season here within these last 2 or 3 weeks. And I think that's all these girls can hope for towards the end of this thing. And not only that, but it helps get our varsity team prepared as well. Even in practice, you want these girls playing at a high level because they're a good opponent in practice for the varsity team to go up against. And so they take on many tasks, many jobs, and these girls are trying to make good of every opportunity they have out there on the court. Again, whether they're in practice or in game, they're looking to flourish and get better every day. And it's definitely showing what these girls are capable of here in this last 2 to 3 week time span. So looking forward to seeing these girls do their thing here tonight. It's going to be a very busy night here on the WHS Network. We have senior night tonight. That will be in between games, between JV and varsity. We'll have that. That'll be a separate broadcast right here on the WHS Network. We'll have all the senior night ceremony, and then we'll have tonight's varsity game. Then between sets 2 and 3 of the varsity game, we'll be recognizing the 2015 Wapahani Raiders State Championship game. It's already been 10 years. It's really hard to believe it's been already that long. It doesn't even seem like it. But it has been. It's been 10 years now, and so we will be recognizing that state championship team in between the second and third set of the varsity game here this evening. So obviously you'll have to tune in, not only for tonight's JV game, but the senior night ceremony and tonight's varsity action here between Wapahani and Monroe Central. So again, that's been our Raiders Live pregame show presented by East Jackson Auto Sales. We'll step aside, and we'll be back here with tonight's rosters and the first serve, again, here between your Wapahani Raiders and the Monroe Central Golden Bears here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
Hi, this is Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate. Next Home is a real estate company that prioritizes community involvement, and we have a humans over houses philosophy. We specialize in both property listings and buyer representation, ensuring top-notch service with top producing agents. Our mission is, and has always been, to enrich people's lives by helping them find their next home. Next Home Elite Real Estate consistently maintains open communication, and we build trust through honesty and integrity. Whether you're listing $1 million property in a gated community, or you are a first-time home buyer just starting the process, at Next Home Elite Real Estate, our agents are committed to providing exceptional service and expertise. We actively participate and invest in local events, local sponsorships, charities, and initiatives to strengthen community bonds. Our agents love being a corporate sponsor to Ball State University, and when you choose Next Home Elite Real Estate, you never know who you're going to run into.
After working with Next Home Elite Real Estate, I knew that I would be choosing them for future transactions simply because they communicated throughout the entire process, they were friendly, and they were tenacious marketers working for me so I can achieve my goals.
Voted as the best real estate company in Muncie's quest for the best, I want you to know we are more than a real estate company. We're part of your community. We are creating lasting relationships and emphasizing the human element in every transaction.
A lot of times, a new home is a joyous event, a promotion, a celebration of marriage, relocation, but this wasn't that type of event. We needed someone in a company who cared about us, who showed compassion and empathy. Our realtor was with us the entire time. He sat and grieved with my sisters and I. He realized that this wasn't about money, but about taking care of our family home.
When you're ready to buy or sell a home, contact Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-729-5181 or visit our website at mynexthomeelite.com.
All right, folks, welcome back here on the WHS Network. Here's we take a look here at tonight's rosters here for this evening's junior varsity volleyball matchup. Here for the visiting Monroe Central Golden Bears, we have number 26, Zoe Hood, number 24, Sophia Hankins, number 10, Kinley Lester, number 6, Kyra Brockman, number 3, Audrey Thompson, number 12, Olivia Spencer, number 13, Ice Manuel, number 16, Gracie Burris, number 17, Emma Pugsley, number 21, Robin Allray, number 5, Grace Butchek, and number 1, Braylon Gibbs. Again, Alexandra McGrath is the head coach for Monroe Central. Here for Wapahani, we have number 1, Savannah Fitzgerald, number 2, Maya Mitchell, number 3, Kaylee Clements, number 4, Laney Ledbetter, number 5, Addie Barnes, number 7, Ella Recollect, number 7, Journey Maines, number 8, Ella Recollect, and number 11, Nora Williams. Again, Ryan Webster is the head coach here for your Wapahani Raiders. So again, as I mentioned earlier, Wapahani finished up the week last week really good, as we'll get tonight's game officially underway here at 6:04 p.m. here on this Wednesday, September the 24th of 2025. Again, I'm play-by-play broadcaster Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. But victory at Randolph Southern last Thursday night. And then a perfect weekend last weekend there on Saturday at Daleville and their volleyball invitational. But unfortunately, looking to bounce back off of a loss from last night's game at Daleville, as that one will be hit out of bounds, and Monroe Central will take back over here with their first serve here of the night by number 17, Emma Pugsley. Received by Ledbetter. Barnes, right side attack by Fitzgerald. And that one also hit out of bounds. Again, not quite getting that snap of the wrist. Back-to-back times. The first time I believe it was Laney. And now this time it was Savannah. Unfortunately, just couldn't keep it in bounds. And this time Laney will leave that one just a touch short. So now we've just got to find that happy medium. We've hit it too short and way too long. So now let's keep it between the lines here. There's Ledbetter. Barnes on to Williams, laying the hammer down, but nice dig there by number 4, which is, I don't know if number 4 is Madison Needler. That might be. That's the only one that doesn't have a number attached to her on the roster sheet. So we're just going to go with that. Nonetheless, 3-2 ball game. That's Savannah Fitzgerald back here to serve. And a darn good one right there. Nicely done. Some confusion there on behalf of the Bears. And it works out beautifully here for Fitzgerald and the Raiders as they will even it up here at 3. And as I mentioned earlier, a very busy night for us here on the WHS Network. And another one, an ace here from Savannah Fitzgerald, will now give the Raiders a 4-3 lead here in set number 1. But again, we have senior night following the conclusion of tonight's junior varsity game. And then we'll also be recognizing our 2015 Wapahani Raiders State Championship team. Again, that will be between sets 2 and 3 of the varsity game here tonight. And so Fitzgerald dealing some aces here for your Raiders. It's now a 4-0 run from Wapahani. And there's another ace. It's what we like to see here from Savannah. He's got to keep on dealing right here. 5-0 run now from Wapahani. Oh, yes. And another ace here from Savannah. Heck yes. Again, keeping it simple. It's not like, it's it's a jump serve, which you don't really see that too much anymore. You used to see that quite often. But, just getting the ball over, keeping it in play, pretty simple, but very effective here from Savannah Fitzgerald. As the cards have been dealt, and Monroe Central, they're in a little bit of a bind right now. 8-3 is your scores. We'll have a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside here for a quick timeout of our own. 8-3 Wapahani, set number 1 here on the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back in following the timeout here from Monroe Central. Again, we still have Savannah Fitzgerald back to serve here from Wapahani. Has been dealing aces left and right, and Monroe Central has had no answer so far, and that's going to be a rotation violation. Another point here for Wapahani. Again, we did want to recognize our officials here this evening. We always try to every ball game. But Enda Carey is our up referee tonight. Vivian Malone, our down referee. Sure do appreciate both of them for being here tonight. Because, again, they deserve a lot of recognition. Without them, we have no ball game. So we appreciate our officials here tonight and every night here on the WHS Network. So, again, 10-3 now. Fitzgerald, after all this is said and done, she might have to ice her shoulder after this ball game tonight. And, of course, that one falls in. The old broadcasting jinx at its finest. You would think after 16 seasons I would just learn to shut my mouth. Mercy sakes. So we'll have, I believe that is number 17. Pardon me, number 13. That was Ice Manuel back to serve just a moment ago. All right, so now 10-5. Received by Maines. Barnes set there to the right side there to Ledbetter. Good hit right there from Laney. They will punch it across, and narrowly was almost in the net there by Monroe Central, but Nora Williams, great execution and great court vision, being able to find that back left corner, and it was wide open for days, and able to get the kill and put the Raiders back on top here by 6 as we'll have number 2, which is also not on our roster sheet. So maybe that could be Madison Needler. Okay, I don't know. They have it all out of sorts here with the roster sheet. So again, we're going with, we go over this stuff before the game, and everything's all squared away until it's not. So not much we can do about that, unfortunately, sometimes, especially here on the fly. So again, Ledbetter, I believe, just had another ace. And make it another. I mean, the Raiders have been absolutely dealing here in set number 1. Again, first it was Savannah Fitzgerald, and now Laney Ledbetter with the hot hand. 14-5 is your score. Stay right here with us, folks, here on the other side of the break. We'll be back here with set 1 action here on the WHS Network. All right, so welcome back here, folks. Again, came back to the air here just a touch late. Had to make a quick announcement here on the PA system here at Wapahani. But nonetheless, got a service error for Wapahani, and now serving error from Monroe Central. So both teams in the giving mood right here, back-to-back times, as we'll have number 3, Kaylee Clements, back to serve here for the Raiders. And Wapahani has been quite the serving machine so far here tonight. And I believe probably out of the 16 points, I would say at least 9, possibly 10 of those points have come from aces. We'll get that one over. Clements. Barnes set up there to Mitchell. Nice dig right there. That was a good ball from, I believe that was number 6. Yes, indeed, it was number 6, Kyra Brockman. Again, really tough to see some of these numbers sometimes, especially with the girls' hairs. It's not put up, so their ponytails is hanging down, and you really can't see the numbers on the backside very well. So 18-6 after another ace, this time from Clements. Maines on the attack. That will land in the net this time around. So 18-7 is we will have. See, number 26. That is Zoe Hood. Back to serve here for the Golden Bears. Received by Ledbetter. Mitchell on the Maines. Mitchell on the attack, dug out by number 17, Pugsley. Maines right there, right back to her from Recollect. Barnes, left side to Maines again, dropping the hammer. Heck yes, Journey Maines, 19-7 Wapahani. Received right there by number 2. That is Braylon Gibbs, I've been told. And Fitzgerald, nice hang time right there and utilizing the long arms to spike that one right straight down. So the Raiders just 5 points away from a opening set victory for Wapahani here in set 1. Still a little bit of work to do, though. And the Golden Bears will not get that one over again. Some miscommunication. And then a collision there from the Golden Bears. Luckily, everybody's all right. Good serve there from Ella. And 2 hits called on Maines. So the point there for Monroe Central, as we'll have a substitution. Number 13, Ice Manuel, will return to the floor. And we'll have number 21, Robin Allray, back to serve. And that one into the net. And so now we'll have number 4, Madison Needler, in the ball game for the first time. About 5-10 points here. Nice serve there from Journey. Dug out by Ledbetter. That was a nice ball right there. Set up there to Laney, and Ledbetter there with a kill. Excellent work right there. Nice set from Barnes. And then Ledbetter doing her thing, putting that ball straight down. 23-8 as the Raiders in charge, and Maines hit that one just a touch too far. And another serving error for Monroe Central, this time number 16, Gracie Burris. So Wapahani will have number 11, Nora Williams, return to the floor. Kaylee Clements will have a seat. And Addie Barnes back to serve, looking for set point, 24-9. And they will get it over. Recollect is there. Nice hustle. Oh, boy. Ledbetter, unfortunately, this time around hit it the wrong way. And, again, good hustle there from Maines. Unfortunately, couldn't track that one down in time. So we'll have set point again. It'll be number 17, Emma Pugsley, back to serve for the Golden Bears. Ledbetter, Barnes on to Fitzgerald. Dug out by Needler. Nice deflection there from Fitzgerald, but again, that one falls in play. Good hustle there from Laney Ledbetter. Barnes on the Ledbetter, and that's going to do it here for set 1. 25-11, the Raiders take tonight's opening set. Make sure to stay right here with us. Set number 2 coming up right here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here on the Southern American Legion post 4:37 game break. Between the sets right here, 25-11. Wapahani took tonight's opening set here this evening. Again, we did want to take some time here to thank some of our sponsors here this evening. A big thanks here to Next Only Real Estate Hometown Realtor Courtney Felton. Great teams win with heart, hustle, communication, and trust. And those are some great values that Next Only Hometown Realtor Courtney Felton brings to every real estate move. Whether you're buying or selling, she is there to use her local roots to meet your real estate needs every step of the way. Call Courtney Felton at 765-748-6334 for all of your real estate needs. So greatly appreciate Courtney Felton. Again, a proud sponsor of us here on the WHS Network. Savannah Fitzgerald gets point number 1 here for Wapahani. So 1-0 start right here. Quite the dominating opening set here for Wapahani. Again, a lot of that was the aces that the Raiders dealt, and that was right on cue right there with Addie Barnes already starting that off here in set 2. But Wapahani, out of the 25 points they scored, again, I would be willing to guarantee it was probably right around half. Maybe around 10 aces or so that Wapahani had there in set number 1. As number 26, Zoe Hood, will record the kill this time for Monroe Central and get the point now. 2-1 ball game, as we'll have number 21, Robin Alray, check back in for the Golden Bears, and number 13, Ice Manuel, back to serve. Left side attack by Williams, and straight into the net this time she goes. Received there by Laney. Barnes, now Maines. Barnes back here to the right side to Fitzgerald. And Monroe Central will get it back over. Barnes now to Ledbetter on the left side. Dug out by, again, can't even see the numbers. Number 16. Ends up being a point here for Wapahani, as that's going to be a 2-hit call here on the Golden Bears. So number 2, Maya Mitchell, back in the ball game for Wapahani, and for Monroe Central, number 2, Braylon Gibbs. Also checking in with Ella Racolek back to serve for the Raiders. Tipped across by number 17, Pugsley, and in play. So tied at 3, and it will be number 6, Kyra Brockman, back to serve. Nice job there by Maines. Good up right there. And again, got right back up. She was not very pleased with herself after that one. But again, you love the hustle. Was able to just get the left arm up there. That was a good ball to handle, and then just unfortunately just didn't work out this time around. Things happen. Unfortunately, we're not perfect, so you got to make mistakes from time to time. Got to put that in the rearview mirror as much as possible. Clements is right there on the Ledbetter, soft touch. That's over the net. Now here we go again. Racolek, Barnes back to Laney. That time she will cash in. Heck yes. Tied at 4. Ledbetter will now be behind the serving line. And that one out of bounds. So Monroe Central goes back in front 5-4. It will be number 26, Zoe Hood, back to serve for the Golden Bears. That'll be received by Williams, and again got that one literally right off the edge of the fingertips, essentially, and couldn't do much with that one. So it ends up being an ace there for Hood. There we go. Good ball right there, right there off the forearms. Good pass. Recollect is there, and Again, a ball that was right there up against the net. Not much for the Raiders to work with. So Wapahani needs to just kind of relax here a little bit and find their footing again. Because right now they're kind of all out of sorts. Clements there from the left side, and she's going to be in the net. And we will get a timeout on the floor. Nope, rather, we're going to have a substitution. So Journey Main's back in the ball game. Kaylee Clements will have a seat. And there's another ace. Barnes will get it over. Ledbetter, Barnes on to Williams. Dug out there by Hood. Free ball for the Raiders. Maine's on the attack that time. And Monroe Central will not get that one across. So 9-5 now with number 11, Nora Williams, back to serve here for the Raiders. Barnes, left side attack is Maines. And that was a good time for number 6, Kyra Brockman, to come up empty on that swing and miss. Because Maines, that was full steam ahead. Unfortunately, she couldn't keep it in play. But a well-struck ball off the hand there of Maines. Hood gets it over. Ledbetter's there. Barnes back to Maine's left side attack. That one will fall in there in front of Robin Ulray. So Maine's with the kill will get the Raiders back within 4. In comes Savannah Fitzgerald for the Raiders. And for Monroe Central, number 4, Madison Needler. Now returning to the floor as well. So Maya Mitchell back to serve for Wapahani. I got to be honest with you, that looked like a 2-hit right there, but that's just myself. And that will fall in. Again, nothing special there from the Golden Bears. Just simply getting the ball over the net and was able to sneak that one inside the lines. And we will have a timeout on the floor taken by Wapahani. And we will go ahead and stay right here with you during this timeout to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. We would like to send out a big thanks here to Henry Community Health Director of Sports Medicine, Tony Cox. At Henry Community Health, Sports Medicine, enhancing performance, we take care of our Raiders. Tony Cox, your certified athletic trainer, is here to get our athletes back in the game and to help them get better, stronger, and faster than ever before. Tony Cox, a 1982 graduate of Ball State University and 1983 graduate of Miami of Ohio University, is in his 19th year as Director of Sports Medicine and 47th year overall in the field. So there is no shortage of experience as Tony has helped high school, college, and professional athletes get back to a high-level performance. For all of your rehab and recovery needs, contact Tony Cox with Henry Community Health Sports Medicine Performance Enhancement at 765-521-1131 to make your appointment now. All right. So again, we had to get another correction here with their roster. They have this thing all kinds of messed up. And again, I'm not trying to be crucial right here, but if you're going to send a roster over, you better make sure all your I's are dotted and T's are crossed and all the correct names match the correct numbers. So needless to say here, number 4 is not Madison Needler. That is Grace Bootcheck, I guess. So I don't no idea what number Madison Needler is. So, again, we're going to just go with it. And like I said, we went over it before. Everything seemed good until we started seeing players out there that did not have the correct names and numbers. There's Rack-a-Lack Barnes on the Ledbetter in there. Again, skipped it off the top of the net, but still effective nonetheless. You take it all day. And so the kill there for Laney makes this a 12-8 ball game. Now with Addie Barnes back to serve. Love to see Addie roll off about 6 or 7, maybe 8 points in a row at least. That would be nice. Get momentum on our side. Again, just a reminder, that's an ace here for Barnes. Again, we'll have tonight's senior night ceremony. That will be following the conclusion of this junior varsity game here tonight. So in between JV and varsity games will be the senior night ceremony, as that will be another ace dealt here by Addie Barnes. And that one heads backward. And another ace here for Addie. That's 5 consecutive put on the board here for the Raiders. I believe the second or third ace in a row here for Addie. Unfortunately this time, out of bounds. So we'll have number 21, Robin Ulray, back in for Monroe Central. At least we assume that's her. Heck if I know. Heck, all these names and numbers might be completely incorrect. We might just start going with that player from Monroe Central. And that's pretty much about the extent of things. So number 2, we're going to say that it's Braylon Gibbs. Whether if it is or isn't, we're going to go with that anyway. But we have Maya Mitchell now back in the ballgame for Wapahani. Also Ella Rack-a-Lack back to serve. Tied at 13 here in set number 2. And that is in there. I believe that was Laney Ledbetter with the attack on that one there from the left side. Going diagonally here to the back right row. And hits that corner perfectly. Nice serve by Ella. There's an ace. And again, another misplayed ball. Make that another ace here for Ella and the Raiders, number 12. That is Olivia Spencer, is now in the ball game. Received there by Allray. Set up. That was number 6, Brockman, there on the attack. That was excellent work there. All started right there by Kaylee Clements. Excellent job. So again, your Raiders started off a little slow here in set number 2. But now it kind of seems like they're finding themselves here a little bit, as that one will once again fall smack dab in the middle of everybody. But Monroe Central had the early momentum, and then that was, unfortunately for them, it's come to a screeching halt, and now Wapahani's kind of flipped the script here in set 2. It didn't start very pretty, but we're looking pretty good right now. Unfortunately, 4 hits this time for the Raiders. Still a 4-point lead right now with, that is number 6, Kyra Brockman back to serve. So Journey Maines will return to the floor for Wapahani. Kaylee Clements will have a seat, and the Raiders will have Lainey Ledbetter back to serve. Short floater serve right there, beautifully executed by Lainey. So an ace, as Wapahani now just 5 points away from a sweep of Monroe Central. And took the opening set 25-11. And is on their way to a set 2 victory. Again, still with a little bit of work to do. Williams there on the attack. Cash is in on another. Another one will fall in. 22-14. Yes. 23-14. Again, Laney looking to service out the rest of the way. 2 more points to get. And that will be a foot fault. I think we've seen that happen more times this year than what I've probably seen it in the last 5 or 6 years combined. And again, I'm not trying to, Debbie Downer here, so to speak, but goodness. So 24-15, game point, Nora Williams back to serve. And that will do it. Straight sweep of Monroe Central here tonight for Wapahani, 25-11, 25-15. Again, make sure to go ahead and join us there for our senior night ceremony coming up. That will be here on a separate link here on our YouTube channel. We thank you all for tuning in here tonight. We'll see you all back here in about a couple minutes from now with our senior night ceremony here on the WHS Network.